Hi Scorpio, how's it going? I hope you're doing awesome today. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I am going to do a general reading for us today. I'm a Scorpio too, so let's see what messages Spirit has for us. Always check your sun, moon, rising signs in case you have messages over there. So Spirit, what messages do you have for Scorpio, us Scorpios today? I'll do a 10-card Celtic cross spread. I've already cleared the energy of the cards. I'll pull all the cards and then we'll go through them individually. So your first card is Four of Cups. Knight of Cups reversed. When a card comes out reversed, it just means you're getting extra protection from Spirit. Eight of Swords reversed. The Moon. Seven of Wands. The Emperor reversed. Ace of Wands reversed. Judgment. The Empress reversed. Last one is Eight of Wands reversed. And on the bottom of the deck is the Tower reversed. So, the Tower reversed, this card represents, this is a major arcana card. It represents the energy of your reading, or our reading. So it's Mars energy. And when it comes out reversed, it says, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? The overall energy of the reading is about delaying the inevitable. You're delaying the inevitable. You have a fear of change. You're resisting some kind of change. You're going through a personal transformation. You're avoiding tragedy. You're avoiding some kind of loss. You have a fear of suffering. You're delaying a disaster, or a disaster is avoided. This card also represents a close call. It could imply that the shakeup is internal and less obvious. Instead of a storm, something is happening. Something happened inside you that created an epiphany. Something happened, and tower moments are usually big, but something big happened for you to, change your mind, or like something happened within you internally. Maybe you're refusing to change old habit patterns, and you will suffer continued disruption in the form of unforeseen difficulties until you finally make some changes in your life. Maybe you're confused about just who and what you are. At a deep level, you're being prepared for the changes that must eventually take place, but you're resisting what your inner self knows already. Once you alter fixed beliefs and limited ideas, you'll enjoy a new sense of freedom. And then your first card that came out is the Four of Cups. This card represents your current situation. This card is telling you to listen to your heart, Scorpio, and trust what it's telling you. Follow your heart, okay? This card is represented by Cancer in the zodiac. So this card says you're feeling, it's a card of melancholy, feeling disconnected, a card of boredom, a card of indifference, discontent, apathy, stagnation, a card of regret, missed opportunity, refusing offers. It's a card of depression. Maybe you're experiencing depression at this time. It's a card of nostalgia, remorse, daydreaming, fantasizing, contemplation. You may be focusing on the negative. Boredom, hitting a plateau in a relationship or at work. Maybe you're finding yourself in a situation in which you're beginning to feel listless and even stuck. You may be feeling disillusioned and flat as the expectations you once had don't materialize. You may feel the need for inspiration or direction and hope for positive change. But rather than wait for things to improve dramatically, you can make some small decision that lifts your mood so that you can see where to go next. Okay? This card's all about self-absorption, apathy, and boredom. You've been disappointed by somebody or something, and now you're feeling emotionally stuck. You don't like what's in front of you, and you can't be bothered to look further than your own brooding mind. But it's a shame, because if you listen to the voice of wisdom, you'll look up and see that what you need is not that far away. Okay? It's a card of apathy, withdrawal. But this may be a necessary rest for you. It may be time to get away by yourself, relax, and recenter yourself before getting back into your daily grind. You're withdrawing your emotions from a situation or a person. After intense emotional suffering, or after intense emotional involvement, you may need some space for yourself. There's a feeling of letdown after a buildup, as in the postpartum blues, or when you have to deal with all the nitty-gritties of making a marriage work. And then what's crossing you, or what's challenging you or your situation, or it could be what you're celebrating, is the Knight of Cups. So this is either you, someone in your life, or a situation. The Knight of Cups came out reversed, so extra protection from Spirit. This is Pisces energy. The Knight of Cups is, again, this card represents disappointment, deception, one-sided love, unrequited love. The Knight of Cups is someone who has tantrums, is moody. This card is talking about avoiding conflict again. You avoided some kind of conflict. The Knight of Cups reversed, avoiding confrontation again. You avoided confrontation. This card talks about procrastination, someone who makes trouble, like a troublemaker. This card talks about jumping to conclusions, experiencing a creative block or an intuitive block. The Knight of Cups reverse could be someone in the LGBTQ community. He represents deception, disappointment, turmoil, vanity, fraud. Someone who has an overactive imagination, is unrealistic, is jealous. It's a card of trickery, receiving bad news. It's a card of revoked offers or revoked proposals. It could represent cheating, a one-night stand, a manipulator, a heartbreaker. This is someone who is prone to depression or moodiness. He or she may sink into gloomy pessimism and brood. The message you hope for has been delayed or may never arrive. The relationship you yearn for, Scorpio, may be based on deceit or superficiality on the other person's side. Okay? Trust your intuition. You may be obsessing about someone who really doesn't care that much about you and who will never make a commitment, even if they have led you to believe that they are sincere. This person is fickle, likes to flirt, and isn't likely to settle down. And then your third card is the Eight of Swords reversed. This card represents the basis of your situation or foundation. So this card is about, it's Gemini energy. This card is about feeling empowered. It talks about taking control, being a survivor. It's a card of having clarity, facing your fears, releasing negative thoughts. It's a card of surrender, self-acceptance, having a new perspective, freedom, release. This card reverse represents your inner critic, being open to new perspectives. Eight of Swords reversed. This card could suggest that the feeling of entrapment is in your mind. You thought about things in such a way that they become traps and dangers, but either they aren't real or aren't what you've made them out to be. This card warns that what is already wrong can get worse, or that a difficult situation is approaching. So make sure all your affairs are in the best possible order. Like if you've been putting off paying your taxes, getting insurance, or settling some legal matter, Spirit is saying take care of it right away. Okay, your well-being depends on using your head and preparing for unexpected emergencies. And then your fourth card is the Moon, Pisces energy. This card represents remember you're a survivor, Scorpio. Take control, take your power back. You're facing your fears. You have clarity on something now. So the Moon card, this has something to do with your past, but is relevant to your current situation. This card is all about fears, anxiety, deception again, confusion, imagination, dreams, intuition, secrets, illusion, feelings, complexity, uncertainty, the unconscious. This card is telling you to pay attention to your dreams at this time and your intuition especially. Okay. There's a decision that needs to be made, but you're not able to see the full picture yet. You may have doubts about a relationship or another situation that is unclear. There may be buried issues that need to surface. So this is a card of sensitivity and emotion. It could also indicate psychic ability, dreams, intuition, and the subconscious. It's also a card of fear, feelings, misconception, insecurity, disillusionment, imagination, the unknown. So again, it has something to do with your past, but is relevant now. And this card could also point to a need to nurture yourself or care for your health. It marks a time of increased imagination and creativity. Pay more attention to your inner self, Scorpio. Okay. They're talking about clarity again. Pay attention to your dreams. Okay, Spirit's trying to send you a message there. The moon can indicate deception again, some kind of deceit that's going on. Trust your intuition. It could be self-deception, confinement, and undoing, but these conditions are usually a result of ignoring your own inner promptings. If you get taken, especially emotionally, it's because you let your rational mind override your feelings. This card is recommending that you tie up loose ends connected to the past, especially to your mother or other females. You're becoming more aware of feelings and inner perceptions. Again, Spirit is talking about psychic ability. You can tune into other people's vibrations because you're connected to the energetic network around you. Pay attention to your hunches. This is also a good time for you to develop your intuitive skills. Your immediate future, what's likely to happen very soon in your life, is the Seven of Wands. Okay, and it came out upright. Your immediate future, Leo energy. So this card telling you again, maintain control. It's a card of defensiveness, competition, protectiveness, defending yourself, protecting your territory, standing up for yourself, holding your own, taking the high road. This card could also be about being a scapegoat, being really busy, fighting your corner, standing up for yourself, being relentless, determined. It's a card of open conflict, but you have the upper hand. Okay, you're at a position of advantage here. The Seven of Wands signifies a challenge. You may need to fend off a barrage of upcoming demands and requests, or feel you must otherwise actively defend your position. Spirit is saying, be crystal clear about your beliefs and intentions and communicate them precisely so you cannot be misunderstood. Then the situation will not get out of control. Be clear about your boundaries in advance so those concerned know exactly where they stand. And this card could also represent a cause you feel passionate about. Speaking up in defense of it. Someone or something has put a block in your path, and before you can move forward and continue on your journey, you have to face a challenge. You need to be brave, strong, and confident. This is not a fight to ignore. There's too much at stake. You can't afford to give up. You must defend yourself. Okay? Seven of Wands, hold true to what you value. This card is all about courage and determination. You're willing to fight for what you believe in and will stand your ground. Maybe in the past you fell into complacency, but now you're ready to face challenges. Profit and gain come only after you've firmly held off your competition or enemies. You may be outnumbered, but your determination will win the day. You're discovering inner resources you didn't even realize you had, and you are using them to overcome obstacles. You have the advantage and will eventually achieve success by sheer force of will and motivation. Stamina, you have a strong will, you're relentless, assertive, forceful, persevere. This is a card of negotiations, mount defense, blame. And then your sixth card is the Emperor reversed. You got the Mother and Father in your reading. Scorpio, but they came out reversed, both of them, the Empress and the Emperor. So your immediate future was likely to happen very soon in your life. Or sorry, your sixth card is the Emperor reversed. It represents the outcome that you desire most in your situation, Aries energy. This card suggests too much control, being aggressive, exercising power over others, or you could be pushing yourself too hard by sheer force of will and ignoring your heart. It could also represent an achievement that becomes oppressive. It's a card of recklessness, inflexibility, abuse of power, being stubborn. The Emperor reversed is a tyrant, domineering, rigid, controlling, excessively controlling, cold. This card represents paternity issues or an absentee father. You may be in conflict with the established order at your job, with your family, a religion, or an ethnic group. Maybe you feel pressured to accept responsibilities you don't want or don't feel capable of handling. Maybe you've recently experienced a loss of power, or you may lack the energy required to reach your goals. A need for more experience, drive, or improved health could be indicated here. And then your self-image card, how you see yourself, is the Ace of Wands reversed. Aces represent beginnings. The Ace of Wands, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Again, they're talking about boredom, confusion, a missed opportunity. You missed an opportunity to do something or say something. Spirit is repeating that message. You're experiencing a creative block. There's a lack of energy, a lack of passion. Your delays, blocks. Things are slow, hesitant. This card represents wasted talent, wasted potential, infertility, pregnancy issues, canceled travel, being too intense, feeling stuck, a lack of action, a lack of spark, a lack of fun, a lack of growth, receiving disappointing news. This card could indicate that the process of creating a new identity or the start of a new endeavor is not yet manifested. It's still in the planning stages. You may experience delays, or you might have to rethink your plans and make adjustments. You know you have the potential to do something new, but you might hesitate because of lack of resources or a lack of confidence. This card could suggest an opportunity missed or one that should probably be passed on at this time. An emerging idea, distractions, a lack of direction, confusion. And then your environment, or how others see you in your situation, you have the Judgment card, Pluto energy. This card is a rebirth. It's a card of forgiveness and having an awakening. It's a card of acceptance again. It's a card of purpose, renewal, responsibility. This card provides, the Judgment card provides a call. You're being called to face your past before moving on. It's time to acknowledge what happened, accept it, and let it go. You've learned so much and you've been through so much. You now have the wisdom and strength to free yourself from the past. I like that for us, Scorpio. I really like that message for us. A time for change is at hand. It could be a new job, a new relationship, or a new way of life. But now but in this case, you are more in control. You've decided to heed the call. You have the experience and the knowledge to move forward now. You just have to make your final farewells. Okay? Judgment offers an opportunity to assess your actions before moving on to a new life phase. You may decide to give a relationship or a situation a second chance. The past may come back to you in the form of memories, and there could be an opportunity to release old emotions. This card shows a spiritual awakening and can also indicate mediumship. Look back with compassion for yourself is the message with this card, Scorpio. You're having a personal awakening. Maybe you're turning away from a traditional set of beliefs and towards one that better suits your personal philosophy of life. This card represents the end of an old way of life, a cycle that is finished. It's time to seek a new direction, to make adjustments that reflect who you truly are. It's a positive card. It symbolizes regeneration and rebirth after a period of confusion and confinement. Maybe you felt dead in your old life. Now you have the opportunity to enliven yourself and your environment by making the appropriate changes. Scorpio, it's a time of freedom to be yourself. Okay? You've had a wake-up call from the universe, and now you're ready to step into a new phase of your maturing process. Your life is fairly settled now. You're letting things grow at a steady pace without hurrying the process. A new phase in your life is coming into being as a natural result of your maturity. You might be getting important news that will prove beneficial, or you may learn something new that will bring you joy and a sense of fulfillment. Your health improves and your problems are easily solved. And then your hopes and fears, what you hope for and fear the most in your situation, is the Empress reversed. Venus energy, this is a card of emptiness, infertility, dependence on others, experiencing a creative block, a lack of confidence, a lack of progress, insecurity, being overbearing tendencies, a lack of self-reliance. It's a card of smothering. There is the possibility of too much nurturing and a danger of smothering something or someone, or maybe you're trying to rush a situation, creation, or project. But Spirit is saying, just back off and let nature take its course, okay? Infertility. It's time to nurture yourself. Maybe you've been spending too much time caring for others. Maybe you've recently had a child that the demands have worn you out. You need to take time out for yourself instead of neglecting your own needs. This is a call for self-love, balance, and awareness that you deserve the same care and attention that you give to others. And then your future, if all is to remain as is the Eight of Wands reversed. So the Eight of Wands reversed, minor arcana card. It's Sagittarius energy, resisting change, delays again, frustration again, slowing down, slowness, a lack of action, a lack of a slow progress, a lack of speed, bad timing, losing momentum, a late start. Eight of Wands reverse, you're being hasty, you're moving too fast and not in tune with the energy surrounding your situation, your future. This card movement may be unwanted, stressful, or unpleasant, such as being transferred across the country when you'd rather stay put. But go with the flow wherever it leads. Allow yourself to be open to new experience, but be prepared. Be aware of what you're getting yourself into, because your relationships, your marriage, business partnerships, family may suffer. You might be required to reprioritize your schedule to accommodate other people's needs. Okay? Out of control. Domestic disputes for people who are married. Internal disputes. Bad timing. Missed opportunities. Third time, Spirit is saying there was a missed opportunity. So, unfinished business, being impatient, hysterical. You know what I want to do? I want to pull one more clarifier on top of this missed opportunity message, Spirit. Can I have a clarifier with the missed opportunity messages? So now you have the Two of Cups. Know that you are worthy of the deepest kind of love, Scorpio. Okay? That's the message from Spirit. So whatever the missed opportunity was, it'll be different for all of you. Spirit wants you to know that you are worthy of the deepest kind of love. Okay? Always remember that. Okay? The Two of Cups is about love and partnership. This card reminds you of the value of the soulmates in your life. It can signify finding a new partner or friend with whom you have an instant bond. It could be romantic or platonic, but you feel naturally and intimately connected, as if you've known each other for a lifetime. This card could represent a karmic bond. Whatever opportunity was missed, it's made you and your partner stronger, okay? Positive, supportive friends and colleagues who act in partnership with you to achieve a shared goal, okay? This is the soulmate card, okay? Know that you are worthy of the deepest kind of love, Scorpio. You're moving in tandem with another person now. All is going smoothly. It could be a romantic relationship or a friendship. You feel accord, mutual admiration, and goodwill towards each other. This card could represent a love match, but it could be a partnership. So whatever the missed opportunity was, Spirit saying, I think don't worry, because you have this love match or this partnership or this bond or this karmic bond, this union, okay? It's made it stronger. That's your reading, Scorpio. Thank you for letting me channel your messages for you today. I'm really grateful. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.